Hello, everybody. Welcome to the CanadaGuns Talk Show, episode 52. No news is good news. I'm your host, The Crover, and with us tonight, say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Yo.
And how are you guys up to, huh? What are you guys up to?
Playing with guns.
Playing with guns. Looking at guns, comparing
Yep.
guns. Nothing gay about that.
Mm-hmm.
No. What have you guys been up to in the last couple of days, huh? How about you, Adriel?
Okay, last show had me taking this guy apart and putting some different parts in there. I went to a match with it, and I shot it, and the rear sight was off. So that was kind of fun. So I had to kind of like aim to the right, but it worked. I got the match. I had a real consistent shoot overall, and the Glock didn't help, but it was nice. The reloading on it is fantastic, and the extra weight was good. It's definitely a much better trigger than on my FNS, so that was all really nice. And since then, so I fixed the sight, and I kind of marked it up because I was in a hurry. So I was on site, and I'm like, I really want to use this Glock. So of course I'm not going to get the right tools. I'm just going to get a punch and a hammer and beat that sight to the side. So it's got some scratches on it, but I don't really care. And I got this guy in the mail. This is a Norinco NP29. It's a 9mm, otherwise 45 1911 ACP kind of a thing, just with a 9mm bore instead. So kind of the thing that interested me with this gun is that this is with a little bit of an extended magazine. Actually not a terrible idea for 3-gun because it's got a nice short trigger on it. There we go.
Oh.
Nice short trigger. And should be okay for 3-gun. Because you can run 10-round mags in these, right? They make 10-round single-stack mags. This is a 9-rounder, but they make 10-round single-stack mags. This gun in particular comes with ambi safety, and they're quite extended safeties. Extended slide control, a trigger that's got 3 holes drilled into it, a magazine release that's a little bit extended, nicer hammer, nicer beaver tail on it. It's got that bump there. You see that bump right there? That's when your hand is on there. I'll try. It depresses it a little bit easier, so you get that safety out of the way, that grip safety. Let's see. It was supposed to come with fiber optic sights, but it didn't. And I don't know if I really care because, like we were talking about just before the show here, it would probably fall off anyways. It's got a full-length steel guide rod, which is kind of interesting. And it's got the machining work that makes it look like it was done by a 12-year-old. Maybe like a political prisoner or something like that. Someone who's just like, you know what, this is my job, so I'm going to do it, but I don't give a fuck about quality. Because the tooling marks on this thing are just horrendous. All up inside the dust cover, inside the slide. It's just nasty. What am I going to do this thing? So I already changed out some of the springs. One of the guys, actually, janitor, you might know him, Jay,
Sure.
at our 3-gun club, said, I got some springs for 1911. I saw you posted in CGN. So he gave me some Wilson Combat springs to throw in there. And I already threw some in there. And one of them was a mag release spring, much nicer. One of them was the hammer spring that I changed out. One of them was, there's another one in there, firing pin spring. And I'm trying to think of the other ones. Oh, the big flat spring in the back here that handles like 3 different jobs. That one changed out as well. And that significantly, this trigger is still quite heavy. It's still at about 6 pounds. It's very crisp. Yeah, very crisp. Before changing out that spring, it was like 7+. So it just needs to be shot and worked in. So I might go to work on the trigger, or I might send it off to a gunsmith to get worked on because they're kind of tricky things. But very, like, watch the motion here. The trigger is very short and very nice reset on it. So
oh wow,
just due to the weight of this gun and the fact that the trigger is so very nice and light, it should make like for a real sweet shooting gun. I've got some people from work that they're going to come out with me to the range. So I'm hoping that they shoot this one a lot and like really wear it in, because it's kind of interesting. I mean, yeah, the machine work looks terrible on it, but it might be a really good shooter if if those surfaces wear to each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got a mag well coming for it. I've got some mags coming for it, and a trigger. So I'm gonna get another trigger. This one's not too badly fitted. There's a little bit of wiggle in there, but overall not too bad. But I got a fancy K-hole trigger that's coming that I'm going to use for it. It's not that bad though. It's not that bad.
And it has ambi safety.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. Like,
well, the one lefty that you're going to lend that gun to is going to love you for it.
Yeah, maybe. The safety's good. Like it's a nice clickable. Great for that. I'm gonna have to dehorn some of these ridges. Like on the safety here are so sharp.
Didn't you take a Dremel to your safety, Jenner?
No, I think that was Mango. I was talking to him about it.
Oh,
because, on this 45, same. It's a Dominion Arms, but yeah, the safeties are retarded big.
Oh, so sharp! Look at it! Look at it! It's a square chunk of metal.
Yeah, I don't even use my thumb. I just use my index finger because it's so big and out there.
How do you do that on your right hand?
Yeah,
like this?
No,
like
flip
this?
it up. Just brush it.
Oh, to brush it up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then use your thumb to. I don't know this one. Well, anyways, yeah, it should be good. I thought that the sights might be off because they don't look really well matched, but I put one of those laser dealies in there and tried it on my target, and it's bang on. So yeah, should be fun. So I'll try it out this weekend. Yeah, should have 5 mags very soon, and try it out. So that's pretty much it for me.
How about you, Jenner?
I shot the same match that Adriel was just talking about. Actually, I rode that match as well. It was a good time. Kleeman came over on the weekend. We sighted some hunting rifles. He brought out a brand new shooter with him. Oh. So we got out shotguns and pistol caliber carbines and all kinds of stuff. The guy he had with him was a natural, so that was good to see. He had a ton of fun and apparently won't stop talking about it. So that's fantastic. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got my 4570. I put my reflex sight back on it and got that zeroed in. And I zeroed my 338 Win Mag as well. So those are both ready to go for hunting season.
So what are you going to use the 4570 on, and what are you going to use the Win Mag on?
I am going to use the 4570 on everything. And the 338, I was hoping to go up to the Yukon this fall to hunt some stuff up there, and it's just not working out with work and time like that, stuff like that. But a buddy of mine is going on an elk hunt. He's a veteran, and he's got some guy has approached him that likes to take veterans on guided elk hunts. So he asked if he could borrow my 338, and I said, absolutely, you can. So
interesting.
So figured I should get it sighted in for him. I'd had the scope off of it. Can't remember why. I was monkeying with something on the rifle, but I just thrown it back on and never checked it again. But first shot hit exactly where it was supposed to, so that was good to see.
Nice.
That doesn't usually happen to me. But what else? I got your left-handed 22 earlier this week. And give it to the boy there for his 10th birthday. So he is stoked to go shooting.
I saw that picture. He looked happy.
Yeah, no, he's it's funny. He's got a shotgun already, but that's his first rifle. So he's pretty excited to head out back.
They sell single shot mags for those Savage Mark IIs.
Yeah, we'll probably just single load it for the first few rounds, just one in the mag. But you bet it'll. We'll see how it does. He shot a little bit some of my other guns and my pistol caliber carbine and stuff, so I'm not too concerned. But this will be his own gun, doing it all on his own. So, gonna make sure we're working on those fundamentals and safety rules.
Mm-hmm. You gonna let him shoot irons first, or are you gonna put a scope on it?
I'm going to go irons first. That's what I did with my daughter's rifle as well. I mean, a scope's easier, but I think everybody should know how to shoot irons.
Smart.
Yeah. I bought a single stack Norinco 1911, just like Adriel there, because GoTenda put them on sale this morning. They were like $330, and came with a holster and a double mag pouch. So I thought, well, geez, why the heck not? If I end up not liking it, I have a buddy that said he would buy it for me at cost. So kind of can't really go wrong there.
Nope.
No, and
They can.
well, yeah, I mean, I can. We'll see how it goes.
You might get one of those exploding Norincos.
Well, we can hope. Oh, I forgot to put it in the show notes. I've been talking for forever. That F1 receiver set I bought that I could not get a reg certificate for.
No.
And that they finally were saying, we're going to send you a reg cert for the upper. I got the registration certificate, and it's just a normal one. So I don't know what that lady was talking about, but I can finally take that gun somewhere only like 6 months later. So that was great.
I really wanted you to get a registration certificate for the upper so you could post it on CGN and have everyone have a meltdown.
Oh, I wanted to too, but I think she just meant that the registration certificate will be amended to reflect the upper. But still weird. Like the whole holdup, it turns out, is they wanted to know where I got the upper receiver. Who cares?
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Still waiting on True North Arms to get in a fake can, but
oh Jesus,
check that out. So Daddy's gun is almost complete. Got the fake Elcan Spectre, the fake PEQ 15, which will have lasers that don't have batteries in it. It's even got a flashlight.
Ooh.
But, so now I'm gonna have to start working on my mullet and buy some tennis shorts. But yeah, literally just hung it up on in my shop and went after it with the old Rust-Oleum, and seems like it's pretty good. I'm gonna do a little bit of a battle wear on it, but it's kind of an epoxy primer plus paint setup, and it still feels like it needs to cure just a little bit. So
well,
so I'm gonna let it sit a
Duracoat
little
says that it's dry in 24 hours for reassembly parts, and it says it takes about 4 weeks to cure.
Yeah, and that's what I thought. I'm not really in a hurry to take this anywhere, so I thought the longer I sat at it before I start attacking it and going for that battle-worn look, the better probably, so it's not flaking off on me.
Yep.
Then once that's all done, I'll hit it with a matte clear coat, and who knows? Seeing how that optic holds zero, maybe I'll run it through a 3-gun stage or something, just
please,
because I can.
Please get footage of that.
That's about all I was up to, though. I think. What were you up to, Grover?
Oh, geez. I managed to get down to the range for the first time in about 3 weeks, and boy, did I need it. I was very happy to say that I can still shoot. I can still mostly hit what I'm aiming for, and that the guns that I took out worked beautifully. The thing to keep in mind was that I was going to try and put a scope on my Remington 552, that super snowflakey tube-fed semi-automatic that's supposed to be able to eat anything. It does still eat anything, with the exception of absurdly underpowered ammunition, like 29 grain, 700 feet per second, 22 shorts. That's the one thing that won't cycle in there. And actually rat shot. I put rat shot through it. It ejects it, but it does not have enough power to put the bolt back far enough to pick up a new shot of rat shot. So it ejects it, but you have to manually operate the action to get another round in the chamber. Results were half the range was destroyed. The other half of the range I didn't choose to annihilate with the rat shot. All joking aside, the gun seems to shoot well. I was making quarter-size groups at 50 yards with the scope, which is what you expect with, good ammo. Once I put CCI through it, it seemed to do about the same. And I used some Ely match ammo on it just for shits and giggles, and I got like 3 out of 5 shots touching at 50 yards. So I'm happy with that. The gun obviously doesn't have a match trigger or anything, and it's tube fed, so it works. And then I switched over from Hertenberger ammo, which I have an update on, to a box of 308 soft points from Winchester, 150 grain soft points that Trevor the Panda donated to the cause. I gotta say, it does this really weird thing. Here it is, folks. At 100 yards, the first shot throws this flyer, and then the subsequent shots are all grouped together. That's 100 yards. Then at 200 yards, hey, doesn't that look familiar? You got yourself that flyer in the low left, and then 3 really nice shots. So I don't know what the hell it is about those 150 grain soft points, or if it's Winchester or something, but it seems to do that, because I have here the 250-yard shots, and yeah, that doesn't do that. It doesn't do like a random flyer off to the side in any of those groups. So I don't know what to tell you about why it does that, but I guess the Winchester ammo does something with the rifle, and shenanigans afoot. Yep. Aside from that, what was that?
It's a flinch. Low left. It's a flinch. Sorry, Crover. No, it's not. For anyone else out there, I'm just joking. It's that you'd see that in a pistol, but you wouldn't see it like that in a rifle.
I don't know what the hell it does, why it does that, but for whatever reason it does that. I am gonna start low development for that 308. Elixir and IRC and I had a nice discussion, and we're gonna start on like 42 grains of Varget and work ourselves up to 46 grains of Varget. The documentation on Varget for 308 with 147 grain full metal jacket projectiles is, I think, 44. So we're gonna start 2 grains below max and then go 2 grains above max, because according to Quick Load, it's still not gonna blow up with 2 grains above max. So we're gonna keep going. Other than that, I had
once.
What?
You only live once.
That's right. Other than that, are my sausages ready? Not quite. Other than that, I had some fun in CGN. I had an amazing trade lined up. I was gonna trade my P320 for that Shadow that was up on CGN. The guy was wanting to do a straight trade, so I was like, okay, I'll trade you a Shadow for a P320, a P320 for a Shadow. And then I was in Calgary at the time, and then the guy flaked out on me. Saturday night, when I was gonna get home and send him pictures to do the transfer on Monday, the guy says, "Oh yeah, sorry, my buddy actually wanted it, so you know you gotta sell it to friends, right?" And I was like, "You asshole! You told me you were gonna give me that gun, and I was gonna give you this gun. All you were waiting on were pictures." So, yay CGN. Guess not. That's it basically. I did talk to a friend at work. Maybe I'll take him out to the range. So, yay, new shooter, hopefully.
Sweet.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't think there's anything regarding legislation or anything that you guys have heard us of late, have you?
No, there was that some people saying that there was going to be something happening with mags, but who knows if that actually happens.
Yeah. And hey, Jenner.
This has got a plastic mainspring housing. Can you believe that? Plastic.
That's
Instead of like everything else is steel except for this part that would be so easy to do in metal. And I know that I've had them before, and they've been steel.
Hey, Jenner, have you gotten your Zahal 10-round LR mags?
I have not. No, hearing things, but just from one user on the subreddit who offers no proof. So I don't know.
Right.
I'd still like them. It's not a substantial amount of money I have invested. and I've still got like 120 something days I can dispute it. So I'm gonna wait and see what happens.
Wait, dispute it. What do you got going on?
So for those of you that don't know, sorry, Jenner, Sahal had on CGN that they were importing 10-round LR-15 mags, but that were originally 30 round, or they were 30 round length LR-15 mags pinned to 10. And everybody and their mother was like, "Oh my God, that's amazing!" Because they were a really good price, weren't they, Jenner?
I think it was like $95 for 4 or something like that. So not stellar, but with that body size, normally there's a 10 rounder, and you either have to get those plastic 3D printed extensions that break off that are like $30 each, or a couple two together, and then you fumble them and drop them in the mud on a reload. So the 30 round body was awesome, right?
Yeah. And they sold out promptly, or did they? Because it seemed that at some point they just stopped, selling them. And then people started wondering, did they get approval to bring them into the country? Because seemingly there was talk that maybe they didn't actually run it by the RCMP first, and that the Canada Border Services Agency was like, we're not letting that in. And then today, after no reply from Sahal other than, "Oh yeah, you guys like them so much, we totally sold out of them," somebody was talking about having a line with somebody on the inside that totally works for the CBSA that said there is no way in hell they're getting into the country, because according to this person, these 30 round pin to 10 mags weren't pinned. Get this, they just had springs on the floor plate to keep them from loading more than 10.
Yeah, see, that doesn't pass the smell test to me.
I know.
And he said they're spray painted.
They're spray
But
painted.
it's all just like, hey, I know somebody at CBSA, and here's what he said. And maybe he does. I mean, I've got no way to disprove him, but he offers no evidence.
Yeah, there's absolutely no evidence as to where this information is coming from. He says, "I know a guy on the inside." But the one that really makes me laugh a lot is that on the side, they don't say LAR 15 10 rounders or anything. Apparently, they say 10x 55.6 rounds. Not 5.56, but 55.6 rounds. So if you have your 55 millimeter rounds, you can load 10 of them into that mag.
Yeah, I don't know. I emailed them, it'll be about a week and a half ago, just because it'd been like a week and a bit since I had ordered them, and I hadn't seen a shipping number or anything like that. And I bought plenty of stuff from Zal, and usually they're great to deal with that way. So I just sent out an email saying like, "Hey, I haven't seen a shipping number. Just curious what's up. Let me know." And they replied back to me and said that they sold so many out that they ran out of stock, and that they had a few more ordered, would be in like a week, and that they'd send a shipping notice as soon as they got them out. And sorry. So I still haven't seen anything. But the other thing, if you look at their CGN thread, some people were asking them, well, are these legal, aren't they? And they said that the RCMP wouldn't give them, or anybody. Whoa, you guys hear that echo?
Yep.
That's me, sorry.
No good. They had said that the RCMP doesn't give anybody clear definition on what does or doesn't make these magazines legal for import, but that they send a copy of the legislation. Now, this guy on Reddit said that the legislation looked all screwed up, or was just a copy of rules, or I don't know. Like I say, his story doesn't quite pass the smell test to me, and I'm willing to wait and see. But Zahal had said they don't care if they get turned around at the border, if they get seized. They don't care what happens. If there's a problem, they will give you your money back.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been fantastic to deal with in the past. So, like I say, it's only $100. I still want them. Hopefully they show up. All I did is I put a reminder in my Google Calendar at 180 days from purchase date to dispute it through PayPal, which they support PayPal, which is weird to me. But I put a calendar reminder in my thing at 170 days. So if I haven't seen them by then, I'll talk to Zahal again, and if that doesn't do anything, then PayPal will probably get me my money back, or they'll just shut us both down and say, you can't buy guns with PayPal stuff. Sorry.
Oh yeah, PayPal does have kind of a policy around that kind of thing, right?
They do. So that's why I thought it was interesting they took PayPal at all. But I don't know. Fun experiment, right?
Yeah.
I've spent $100 on dumber stuff than that.
You'll get your money back if they can't mail them out. Yeah.
Not too worried.
Well, it is an interesting point, though, because, I mean, what does make for a 10-round mag, right? The fact that it holds 10 rounds, it has to be designed for 10 rounds. It's like their point has some validity there, and the fact that we have to make these because ATRS makes a 10-rounder that's the length of a 20. So, you know, there's other manufacturers out there who are doing it. Now, I think if Zahal is taking 30-round mags and just pinning them to 10, saying, screw it, these are 10-round mags now, I think they're just pushing the limits, I guess, of what the law would consider there. If they're doing the spring thing, yeah, of course, that's not going to fly. But
what they claimed in their CGN thread is that they are getting them from a Czech manufacturer, or maybe it was Israeli, it doesn't matter. But basically that were for a LAR-15 pistol. So they say they are pistol mags, they're 30 length, and they're marked as such. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
The part to the whole spring thing is really when I say this doesn't pass the smell test, that's the part that throws me off. Because that is 100 times more work than just riveting the damn thing.
Oh, yeah. Or doing a crimp on there.
Exactly.
Which, both of those would be easier.
Yeah. Have any of you seen Bailmax anywhere? Is anyone selling them?
How's Rusty Woods doing? Are they still selling them?
I'm going to say they seem to still get it. That's where I got my last, somebody else who isn't me got their last 6 of those. And that was about, when did we go to Saskatoon? It was just before then, August sometime, I guess.
Well, if you ever wanted to know how easy it is to take apart a 1911, pretty easy. It just been poking around with this one here on air.
Excuse me, sir. Did you use gunsmithing tools? Because you should only mess with firearms if you're a licensed gunsmith.
I've got a little Torx bit that I used to push some pins out.
Good to go. Good to go.
Some weird flathead screwdrivers because this thing's so old. That's like what they used back in the day. Let's use flats for everything, but let's make them weird sizes. That makes sense.
But yeah, that's. I mean, this all stems from the fact that. What is it, like 2-3 months ago, the RCMP said, fuck, nobody bring in any more bail mags. And seemingly it was like, no, you cannot bring in bail mags if they're not pinned to 2 rounds of 50 Beowulf. And it's like, where are you getting this from, bro? It's 5 rounds. That's the limit. It's a semi-automatic centerfire cartridge. It's 5 rounds.
Yeah. Interesting.
But
so there's a mod you can do with the safety spring on a 1911 to keep it in this little tube here. One of the things you can do is kink the spring, and this fucking Nork has the kinked spring.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that weird? Huh. Wonder if this. Okay, Wilson, are you gonna have a heavier spring? It just says plunger tube spring. Is it gonna be better?
Who knows?
It must be better.
Maybe Noriko will edge out.
Now, nobody actually uses their safety anyways, do they? You should just throw that spring away.
Just throw the safety away.
Throw the safety away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
try it out.
One thing I did want to touch on is a long forgotten segment, which is top post of the week. We haven't done that in how long, folks? Very long ago.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's been a very, very long time. Apparently, Neo Confection made some ultra spicy hot sauce, and he called it the CFO. And if he got 100 upvotes, he was going to start selling some to everyone. And, well, there you go. He got 145 upvotes. So I think he said that he was going to send the sauce to every single mod that asked for some, and that he was going to sell the sauce to everybody else. Also, apparently we hit 10,000 readers in Canada Guns. Yay!
Yay.
Yay. And then we have a Moss 36, is it?
I can't believe you got that at Cabela's.
Of all places.
Yeah, I just rolled into my Cabela's and got this wicked, you know, old rifle. This old surplus rifle is just
You
sitting
paid
there.
like $300 for it too. It's stupid.
Oh, crazy, crazy good deal.
Yeah.
I went to my local Cabela's after seeing that, and they didn't have shit that was even close to that.
There you go. $300. Moss 36. For those of you that don't know, it's some fucking snowflakey ass. Is it French?
Yeah.
I think it's French. Then we have a shitpost.
It's a mistake, but, you know,
Yeah.
kind of neat.
We have a shitpost about deer season. Then 12 GDV continues his quest to make everybody jealous of him because he is so operator.
Oh, come on. I got the same thing here with this yellow gun.
It's basically the same thing. It's not like that's totally a Norinco that's painted to look like a Colt Canada or Colt US, whatever the fuck that is. What is that anyways? I think it's in like a Mark 18 clone or something like that.
Yeah, that looks. Is that a 10-inch barrel? That probably is a Mark 18 clone. It looks like one.
What the hell is this?
Mark 18 Mod 0, I believe, is what he's going for there. Or no, is it a Mod 1?
It looked fucking sweet. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
That's a nice gun, for sure.
It is. It's so good. And that's the real deal on top of that gun, too. So, how much are those sights? Aren't they like $3,000 or something that's stupid like that?
A couple grand plus, yeah, depending whether or not it's adjustable or not.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations to Pixis. He is now a sponsor shooter. Adriel, you need to get on that shit.
Yeah. Too lazy.
Come on, be a shill. Be a shill.
Too lazy.
Shill. Come on. F-Tac made a shit post. Good for him. I thought he sold that 223. Swear. Also, that's a long Venus right there. Holy shit, look at that barrel. I was thinking about getting a barrel about that long, but like 24-inch, 223 wild chambered heavy barrel, those things are like $500, I think.
Too long.
Just for the barrel. So then we had a whole bunch of other shit posts. And congratulations, folks. You guys are doing an excellent job of shitting up the subreddit. But hey, we hit 10,000. That means that the content quality is going to drop dramatically. Isn't that right?
That seems to be the way subreddits go.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
I'm doing some
Other than that,
real quick DIY stuff here to this sear. Let's see if I make my 1911 a fun gun.
does it brut on its own?
I should hope not, but you know, you never know. Oh God, there's a chunk taken out of this. I'm not going to be able to show this on camera, but there's like a chunk taken out of the back of this sear.
Oh, speaking about spicy trigger jobs, I was helping a friend of the family putting a new BCM gunfighter trigger into an old SPO1 Colt, or no, AR-15 from some obscure-ass company out of Louisiana from like the 90s. And he bought the gun secondhand from somebody. And it liked to go brut on him every once in a while, and he wasn't sure why. So we took the gun apart, and what Buddy Boy had done to the gun is he done a trigger job himself and just polished the shit out of all the surfaces to the point that sometimes things didn't catch, and sometimes the mag went off on its own.
I wonder what his disconnector looks like.
Yeah. It was very highly polished. It was interesting hearing him go, oh, yeah, and then I was out of the range. I only shot it like 2 or 3 times because it kept going off on me, and I was like, what do you mean going off? It's like, yeah, 2-3 shots in a row. It's like really quickly or like in a row? No, in a row.
It's weird. I load 5 in a mag. I pull the trigger once, and it's just gone.
And it's all gone down for him. Yeah.
I don't know where it's going.
Yeah. But that was a lot of fun. Other than that, do you guys have anything else you'd like to talk about? Huh?
Not me.
Oh,
No.
Slappy is on the Canada on the YouTube side chat. He says, "Good job," and he's quoting me. "Good job shitting up the subs. Seems to be the way they go when they get larger." And then, according to him, he is gonna not let that happen if he can help it. So, good job, Slappy. Keep up the good work. Good work as a mod. For next week or for in 2 weeks from now, maybe we should do something around the because it's gonna be around that time. Yeah, we're gonna be a few days from Remembrance Day, so maybe we'll do a military themed episode. What do you guys think?
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm game. Yeah.
I'm game. I'm gonna see if I can get a couple of people on. Hopefully they'll like to share their stories, because I know a buddy of mine. He's 29 years into the with the forces, and the stories that man has, holy fuck, man, absolutely hilarious.
Sweet. Sounds good.
All right. If that is all, then I'd like to thank everybody for watching tonight's show. Yes, it was a short one, but you know what? If we don't have anything to share with you, that means that things are quiet, things are good. Nobody's got a shot. Nobody's bringing in new shit. Be happy. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And we will open it up for people to join. Have a good night, everybody.